Hey everybody, Marcy Ann here. So exciting to cook for you tonight. Okay, you guys are all in for a treat tonight because Epicure is all about good food real fast. I call it cooking from scratch made easy. It's like the easy button. It changes. It's a game changer in the kitchen. Whether you are super busy and just need something quick and easy that's affordable, delicious, and good for you, you are in the right place, okay? Whether you love to cook, hate to cook, don't know how to cook, Epicure is for you. So I am so excited. So we're gonna make some mac and cheese. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our mac and cheese. So I'm gonna get this started before I tell you too much, just so that way I like to be time efficient for you guys because I know it's busy, especially those watching the replay as well. So I don't wanna be like talking and chit-chatting all the things. I have our multi-purpose steamer here, okay? I'm not gonna use the tray today, although the tray you can use it to make like bacon and homemade chips. You can use it as like a boil over no more. I am going to be cooking just with the lid that has the steamer holes. It's lightweight, 2 cups of macaroni noodles. The thing that's awesome about Epicure is you can totally flex what additional ingredients you add. 2 cups of macaroni noodles, and I'm doing 4 cups of water. And then I'm just gonna put this right in the microwave with the lid on. Steamer vents go opposite the handles. It fits perfectly that way. That way the steamer is away, the steam comes out away from you. Put it in the microwave for 9 minutes. And then, while that is cooking, I'm also gonna start making dessert, okay? I'm gonna make the pumpkin muffins and show you how super easy it is. I'm using half the mix, so that way, that's how easy it is to make up. I don't mind making half. We kind of like our muffins fresher. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add half the mix in here. We're gonna go ahead and start this with gluten-free baking. They do recommend you sit the batter. I never do, and it tastes totally fine, but I have half of the mix here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in a 1/4 cup of oil. You could totally use like applesauce or something like that if you wanted to watch your fat intake. And then I have 1 egg. And again, I know there's somebody asking specifically about egg-free, so you could totally make this with an egg-free substitute. And then I'm just gonna mix it around. I have our little mini whisk. This is our 4-cup prep bowl. It's perfect when you do the mixes in half. I think somebody else mentioned they cook for 1, and so you can totally make like half the package and save half for later if you didn't want to make up a full thing and put leftovers in the fridge or leftovers in the freezer to have at another time. But I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this up, and then we're gonna add it into our muffin pan, and then when the macaroni is done, we will cook up some muffins. Oh, I have to add the pumpkin. I'm like, this does not look right. Pumpkin, hold on. You can't have pumpkin muffins without pumpkin, right? Or this is our spatula. Gets things out nicely. I love that it has like a steel core, but it's surrounded in silicone, so it's not bendy here, but it does have some flexibility there, so it can really get to what you're looking at mixing. Like it gets the edges and all the things. I wanted to show you the muffin makers, because those are one of my favorite things, because muffins can take a really long time to bake in the mornings when you're in a hurry. If you want to have muffins for breakfast or for dessert and you are impatient, these will only take about 2.5 to 3 minutes in the microwave. Gonna sit and rest for a little bit. I'm gonna talk briefly about what Epicure is for those of you who are brand new to Epicure. So Epicure is basically good food real fast. It's a company that's about 24 years strong in Canada, debt-free, mother-daughter owned. The mom was working, you know, busy like all of us, and she wanted to be able to have quick, easy dinners for her kids when she got home from work, but wasn't happy with what was provided at the grocery store. And I like to say here in the USA especially, when we equate packages, we think not healthy, right? I know I at first was like, I'm not that interested. I didn't particularly like or think about making things from packages. I did when I was younger, when I was kind of learning how to cook, because it's super simple and easy. But I started I wanted to cook from scratch because it's better for you, right? Well, fast forward, I'm burnt out of cooking, and I'm kind of like couple nights a week I might cook from scratch where I'm chopping up the onions and adding the garlic and all the things, but that just doesn't happen on a regular basis. And so then we would be having like cereal or ice cream or getting takeout. I don't know. Can anybody relate to this? Enter Epicure, and Epicure is convenient in packaging, but good for you. It doesn't have all of that junk. They have this never ever list of ingredients that you'll never find in Epicure, and that's what makes this so much better for you than what you can find in your regular store, okay? And this is turkey gravy. This one is savory herb gravy. So this one is actually a vegan blend. So if you know anybody that eats vegan, this is great, but it tastes good. It doesn't need to have the turkey flavoring. If you look at the ingredients, it's got cornstarch in it to thicken it up. Then it has inactive nutritional yeast, which is kind of a cheesy, nutty flavor, and it adds vitamins like vitamin B12 and vitamin B6. Then there's onions, miso powder, herbs, black pepper, sea salt, celery salt, okay? This has cornstarch, maltodextrin, natural flavor, wheat flour, salt, chicken fat powder, with a whole lot of things that I can't pronounce. So there is that ingredient list. And then prepared gravy. This is 20 calories. This is 15. 350 milligrams of sodium. 35 milligrams of sodium. So this, you're paying for a lot of salt and other extra fillers in there. Epicure's is just all of the good stuff. So there's just one comparison there on what makes us better. So it's all low sodium and low sugar. This compared to like the Crusties that you see at Costco, so much better. This has 8 grams of sugar. I don't remember correctly. I don't want to get it wrong, but I feel like the Crusties has like around 18 grams. And this is delicious. This is seasonal. It just came back. It's so delicious. And one of the things too is it's also gluten-free, which is a blessing for those that need it. And for those that don't, it's just good food real fast. It just tastes delicious. You would never know it's gluten-free. I've had some gluten-free things. Like I've always been like, I don't know if I want to try it. It's gluten-free, but it's so good, delicious. And you can't tell. My kids can't tell. I don't tell them that it's gluten-free until after they eat it. And we kind of actually had this joke the other night about at dinner time, and they were like, I think I said something like, ooh, do you guess what's in it or something like that? And then they started saying all the times that I'm always like, after they eat it, I'm like, ooh, guess what's in it or guess what that is or things like that. And that's kind of the running joke that I like to have, that I like to make things for them, because they hear things and they don't like it just by hearing it. But if they taste it first, then it goes, oh yeah, they like it. So Epicure has dinner solutions in the packets like the mac and cheese. They have healthier swaps like the mac and cheese, or like our taco. Cha-cha chili is one of them. Ooh, we also have this cornbread. These two go fantastic together, the cha-cha chili and the cornbread. And then we also have things like a meatloaf and a pulled chicken, rotisserie chicken, an ooey gooey queso, sweet garlic chicken's really good, hearty beef stew, homestyle chicken stew. We just came out with a biscuit. So delicious, you guys. You can make it savory or sweet. Again, this pairs well with both of these soups as well, stews. So good. So lots of things. And then they have things what I call like better than takeout. So it's gonna have like African sweet potato stew, things that you might get at a restaurant, the creamy pesto parm chicken, butter chicken, Thai coconut soup, sweet and sour chicken, beef and broccoli stir fry, General Tao's. I'm gonna use this crispy and crunchy coating tonight with my mac and cheese, but you can use it on chicken. I use it on mozzarella cheese and made mozzarella sticks. And then our marinara sauce goes really well with that. You can follow exactly, or you can substitute. And so it's also, the other really cool thing about it is it's all of the flavor for you, and then you can make it differently if you wanted to experiment and have fun with it. Maybe instead of beef, maybe instead of chicken, you did beef or pork or something like that, or tofu. And then instead of this, where you're pan frying it to get kind of a crispy edge, it can also just be like a delicious slow cooker type thing. And then I know on my website, there's also recipes on how to use the packets that are different than on the back. And I know that there's like a pot roast, a General Tso's pot roast, okay? So we have all sorts of really good chicken fried rice, honey garlic meatballs. Trying to see here. We have so many desserts as well that are just better for you. Crispy crunchy lettuce wraps is a favorite. The donair. We've got this baked bean. So like all of these meal solution packets, I mean, who struggles on what's for dinner, right? There is this like 20, 30 ideas right there on what's for dinner. And then I'll do desserts here in just a second because I want to show you the mac and cheese. I'm going to pull it out. So you guys can see. I'm going to try the noodle, make sure it's cooked all the way. Because last thing you want to do is have crunchy noodles, right? Who wants a crunchy noodle? So let me just try the noodle, make sure that this is cooked long enough. I might need to put it in for an extra minute. A couple of things that I didn't get into that I for sure want to tell you about is there's 3 ways to Epicure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the phone right here. I'm changing the angle for just a second. So you can see I have a roll-up rack, which is really cool. You can wash your produce and leave it here to dry. You can use it as a hot pad trivet. I'm actually going to drain the mac and cheese here. You can with the with the bigger foods, you can drain it just from squeezing your multi-purpose steamer, but with the small macaroni noodles, that's going to make it a little bit harder. So I went ahead and got our silicone colander. What's really awesome, ooh, let me show you real quick. We have these pots, really cool. They have pour spouts. So if you were doing mac and cheese over the stovetop instead of the microwave, they have the cup measurements there so you don't have to measure things. And then the lids have strainer holes. And so you wouldn't even need to dirty something else. But what's also really cool is this steamer fits, this colander fits right inside the pots. And you can like cook up your veggies and steam your veggies that way, or do some things, some fun things with that. There's a little contraption that I wanted to show you, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here. Just like mac and cheese, you wanna add some milk and you wanna add some butter. Because in a minute, I'm gonna add a little bit of this on top. So you just mix it up. I don't think you can see that though. I might change the camera back. So there's 3 ways to Epicure. For sure, you're gonna wanna put in an order tonight to support your hostess. They for introducing you guys all to Epicure, they're gonna earn free products and discounted products. And then we have that same option to you. When you book your class off of theirs, you're gonna get an extra $20 free at your class. And so you're for sure gonna wanna order. We have my favorite passion product right now. They just brought it back, and it's the 3 weeks of meals. So it gives you 3 weeks worth of meals, whether you want to extend that out through the whole month or however you want to do it. But the reason why I like it is it's a good comparison to like the HelloFresh meal delivery services, because it gives you it tells you exactly what to make, how to make it, all the things. Epicure's all of the flavor, so you're buying that online, right? You can buy the rest of the ingredients that the packets say to add and have it delivered to your door if you want to have that full effect. But what's really awesome about it is it's $2.50 to $3 a serving versus the meal delivery services, which I don't know. For those of you that have done the meal delivery services, what are you typically paying for that? The other great thing about this is you get to control to make sure that your produce and your proteins are fresh. You don't have to use them up within a day or two or they spoil. And then if you like to buy proteins when they're on special in bulk and put them in your freezer, you can use what you already have. If you have gardens, you can totally do that. So super cool. So there's just kind of the regular mac and cheese. Let me go ahead and add the cheese sauce now. I'm not usually this combobulated. I'm not sure where the mac and cheese went now. Okay, Marcy-Ann, I am just showing up nice for you guys tonight. I apologize. It's like I put all those packages and then it got all down. And wouldn't you know it? I'm like, where are the scissors? Okay, woo! Okay, one thing about this too, the last thing to Epicure is our business opportunity. You do not have to be a professional to do this job. You just cook your dinner, you turn your camera on, and you talk about how amazing Epicure is and how Epicure can be a solution for you. Oh, I was saying, I'm like bouncing all over the place tonight. Okay, so there's the mac and cheese. I do want to go ahead and add a little bit of extra cheese. Are you guys extra cheesers? Do we have anybody here that's dairy-free? Let me know below if you are dairy-free. Because while this obviously does have dairy in it, most of our things do not. And I can send you a list of what doesn't have dairy. So I just added a little bit of extra cheese here. Now I'm gonna add this crispy and crunchy coating on top. Okay, back to the 3 weeks. I get so sidetracked, you guys. It's like squirrel. It's the best way to sample the most of what Epicure has to sell, because when you buy these, what I call a la carte, they come in sets of 3. Okay, but the 3 weeks of easy meals, most of them are just a single packet. Some of them have 2, but they give you more than the 1 recipe to try them. And so that's really cool. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of extra cheese, because, you know, extra cheese. All right, anybody have any other questions there? So that's why I love that. You're gonna wanna add some time-saving cookware. I'm gonna put this in the microwave for another 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna get our muffin pans out and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do the muffins. Okay, so business opportunity, because you can just turn your camera on, act like a crazy lady, just like I am doing, and then you get paid, which is really awesome. What I also really love about Epicure is it is ground floor opportunity. It's new to the USA, just 2 years, and it is growing. It is growing like wildfire because there's such a need here with Epicure. There's such a need for good food real fast. Let me grab my muffin maker. People want this. The other really cool thing about our business opportunity is it is food. Food is a necessity. People eat. And food is reorderable. People reorder. So that's really awesome as well. And then I am all about chasing down goals and dreams. I like to have vision. I like to build vision. I like to go someplace. I'm not happy just going through the motions of life. And so when you join me, you're going to be inspired and uplifted. And so if you have a heart to serve people, I think for me, while the money is nice, the paychecks are nice. Like I joined a year ago. My goal was to be able to earn $4,000 to pay for some college tuition that I was doing for a certification, which I did in my first 2.5 months. So then this year for 2021, my goal just our bonus check. So we get paid every Friday, but once a month we also get paid. And I am paying an extra $20,000 on my mortgage is my goal by the end of the year. And I am pretty confident that I'm gonna hit it. It's not like gonna be a cakewalk. That's definitely something that I have to, it's kind of a stretch goal. But I'm so excited about that. So whether you have that dream and you wanna do that, if you have a heart of service, the heart paycheck is what it's all about, because countless people have I been able, like Melissa on here and her son, Tyler, and the mac and cheese and all of the different allergies and all the things. What a heart paycheck for me to be able to be a blessing to Melissa and her son, right? I have another friend who needs the low sodium because of her kidneys, and she was basically told she couldn't have Mexican food, okay? Give me a taco emoji or something Mexican related if you love Mexican food. How would you feel if you were told you could never have Mexican food because it's too high in sodium? Well, enter Epicure, and it's not too high in sodium. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 minutes for these muffins. It's not too high in sodium. Okay, let me show you the, I could probably cook this just a little bit longer, but there you have that baked mac and cheese. I literally, cooking time was 9 minutes plus 2 minutes. 11 minutes of cooking time. Okay, so heart paycheck, the low sodium. This is very dietary friendly. If you are vegan, 80% of our blends are vegan, and then the recipes can be adapted for that. Desserts. I shared, we have a carrot cake, we have a sweet banana muffin, we have a chocolate fudge, we have a shortbread cookie, that's a new one. We have this True North butter tarts. It's the filling, and a lot of us are using this cookie to make the tart shapes to make it, you know, make it super easy. We have our brownies, we have chocolate cupcakes, chocolate mousse, gingerbread seasonable, luscious lemon, citrus lime no bake cheesecake, the chocolate pudding, the muffins that we're making, caramel, like so many different options. We also have things that come in the jars like I was showing you, the marinara. The Mexican meal kit's one of my favorites. It comes when you buy the meal kits, they come in bags. We have Asian and Greek and Mexican, so that's fun to get that. And they come like with our jars, the pico picante, fajitas, guacamole. So those are all really good. I'm not gonna make the salad dressing, but I wanna show you real quick. So basically we have these really awesome cruets, and you fill up, there's measuring marks, you're not gonna be able to see it probably, but there's measuring marks right here. And you just add in your oil or your vinegar. Let me show you on the back of here. Like we have our balsamic vinaigrette. So you add your oil, vinegar, and you add this seasoning, you put it in here, shake it up, and you have a fresh dressing. You know, yes, you can do oil and vinegar by itself, and I've done that, but that gets kind of old and boring, so you can have different. We have a Greek one, we have this balsamic vinaigrette, and then we have some creamy dressings like our Caesar, our ranch dressing is one that you can make a creamy dressing. We just came out with a new Dijon tarragon to make. It makes like a creamy dressing. So lots of options to round out this meal. Yeah, a little bit about me. Well, we'll do that real quick. A little bit about me while we let the muffins cool a little bit. I don't want to burn myself. But I actually was diagnosed with a Hashimoto's, and so my health was kind of not at a good place. And I decided, that's when I first got introduced to P.A.R, and that's definitely helps me eat from home, cook from home. Like I said, it's like the easy button, you guys. And then, of course, when I jumped in, I am not new to direct sales. I've had other direct sales experience, but this has been the most lucrative one for me. And I don't even do as much as I was doing in my previous ones. So I did come in for this income opportunity. So there is income to be had here at P.A.R if that is what you are wanting. Now, maybe you want to just have some fun money. Maybe you want mani-pedis. Maybe you want a new cooktop, or you want a new fridge, or you just want to be able to do what you want without having to penny pinch your budget. P.A.R is great for that as well. And then discount on the groceries for personal use. Like you were reordering. Like Melissa, she just signed up to be a P.A.R consultant because she's ordering so much mac and cheese. So why not get the discount, right? So if any of that is intriguing to you, please reach out. And if that's not for you, you definitely want to book a cooking class, because we love on our hostesses. We spoil our hostesses. Your friends and family will thank you to introduce them to this new way of cooking. And then remember, you get that extra $20 free. And then for sure, shop tonight. I'm going to show you how easy these muffins come out. Like that was 3 minutes cooked in. You can also make like egg bites. You can do all sorts of things with the muffin pan. But watch this. I'm going to show you how easy these muffins come out. Like, boop. You see that? Did you see how easy that muffin came out? Like, so stinking easy. You want to get the muffin pan, so grab that. Grab the multi-purpose steamer, grab the omelet maker, grab the multi-purpose pots, grab that roll-up rack. Like, see, like you need those kitchen tools, but then more so, grab that the 3 weeks easy meals, grab what looks good, grab the desserts. You're gonna want those. Oh, one of my favorites, for those of you that have been around, it came out actually last season. My jar's down here. It is to die for, and it's perfect with the holidays coming up to do like little charcuterie boards or appetizer boards. The red pepper jelly, you can buy this individually. That's really good too. You want to grab that. So good with like the cream cheese or the brie with that over the top. So delicious. All right. Thank you guys all so much. I really appreciate it. Have a great night.